Hey folks, so I want to take a few minutes and talk to you about the blog post settings and your gallery settings. A lot of the features can be quite similar, or at least the concept is very similar. So we'll go over the blog post section, then we'll also quickly look into the portfolio gallery section as well. So first of all, heading over to the blog post, we have a quick overview of the following page structure so we know how this page is built and which content block it includes. So going over to the title block area. In this section, we simply select the layout that we want to have for our blog post, specifically the default layout. This is convenient for those who do not change their title layouts quite often. You just want to stick to a particular layout and just build a blog post from there. Now, if you do need to change a certain layout for one specific blog post, you can always do that within the actual blog post settings. Alright, so as we scroll further down, we have the option to display the category to which that blog post is related to, and we have the example listed in the following screenshot. Further down, we have the option to adjust all of our fonts related to that section specifically, and a few other checkboxes like display your publish date and display sharing links that are also shown in the following screenshot. Alright, so heading over to our featured image section. Essentially, the featured image is like a preview image for your blog posts. You can enable or disable this option to be shown in your blog posts. Next, you can set the size for your featured image, and it could either be a full width, meaning it'll be from edge to edge of your browser, or it can be the original size. So if you upload it, let's say 1200 by 800 pixels, the featured image will be only 1200 by 800. Alright, and then you can also select a specific height for the featured image. So in many cases, you may just want to have a more of a narrow image across the screen versus the actual entire 800 pixels. Alright, so you can set the following settings in this area. Scrolling further down, we have a section called Special Block. In this area, there are two different layouts. We can have a layout whereby we show related posts and then some text content, or we can have another layout. Let's go ahead, click on Type B, where we can list basically like your blog post credits. If anyone participated in your shoot or the event that you went to and you want to list them within your blog post, you can use this field for that purpose specifically, and then we also have a text area for a short description of that as well. Alright, and then further down we have the option to adjust all of the fonts related to these areas as well. Now, once again, these two areas are mainly if you want to have a default setting for your special block area. Once again, if you do need to change this for a specific blog post, you can always do that when creating a new blog post. Alright, heading over to the content area. This is pretty simple. You simply adjust the width of your blog post content. By default, it's 1000 pixels. You can narrow it down to 900, 800, or increase it all the way up to 1400, just depending on your personal preferences. Next, we have a section that's called content sizing. So here we have several options. It's either fixed pixels or it's proportional to the screen size. So play around with these settings, see which one works best for you, and we'll just then go from there. Alright, and then finally we can set the distance between your blog post images. Basically, it's just the distance between the image at the top and the image at the bottom. By default, it's 10 pixels. However, you are more than welcome to change that if that is required. Alright, and then finally we have a section that's called bottom area. This is where all of your social media sharing, tags, comments, etc. Alright, so here we have a screenshot of the following area, and once again all of the options related to it. So you can either choose to enable or disable tags, enable, disable social media link sharing, change the label for your social media link sharing options, and make all of the necessary font adjustments as well. Alright, so this area is also pretty simple. Now, heading over to the portfolio area, As mentioned initially, this section is very similar to your blog posts. We have the title and content area. You can make adjustments here to choose a default layout for the title and content section. You can also choose the default layout for all of your galleries. If you're going to use one specific layout for all of your posts, you can choose which one you want to have. And once again, that can be changed for a specific gallery post within the actual gallery page. Social sharing, nothing complicated here. Enable or disable this option and change that label. Alright, gallery comments, also enable or disable comments area, and then pagination, you can either enable or disable that. So this is the entire overview of the blog post and the gallery post settings area. And just a quick reminder, in order to create a new blog post, head on over to posts, click on add new, and to create a new gallery, head on over to galleries and click on add new. Alright, so thanks for watching this video. I hope everything makes sense, and I'll see you guys around later.